Can't see you, so I'm going to assume it's yeah, we're filming tonight, so that's going to be great. So nobody do any big swears or do anything inappropriate because it's going to be caught on tape forever. So don't ruin our show, please, which is about to start. So thank you all so much for coming. I'm just going to say a couple of things before we get started, just because I've been told to. So one thing that might be important is there's a bathroom right over there, just in case you need that. Hopefully that's all I need to say about that. There's an exit in the back, an exit right here, just in case that comes up. And remember that we're at the Bardstown, which is a really awesome establishment. So go ahead and head downstairs. There will be a short intermission halfway through the show, so that'll be a great chance to go downstairs and top up your drinks or do whatever else you need to do. And make sure you tip the staff down there when you do, because they're working really hard and they're doing a great job, and they deserve to be rewarded for that. So we're going to get the show started. I just want to introduce Company Outcast really quick. That's it's a new theater company here in Louisville that is putting on this production, and this is technically our first stage production that we've put together. So this is kind of our debut in the world, and it's kind of this is a good thesis statement for what we are trying to do. Company Outcast is, our mission is to sort of allow people who maybe don't get a voice much in theater to get a chance to have a voice, to have representation and more diversity in the world of theater, which is normally very not diverse. So, we want to give opportunities to people who otherwise don't get to do cool stuff. And it turns out, everybody's really creative and has an awesome thing to say, so we want to hear everybody's voice. So we're going to get the show started. I've already said that a few times. If you want to see more about Company Outcast, go to companyoutcast.com. Our next production is going to be a short play festival going on this summer. So if you have any short plays or anything you want to submit to that or anything you want to write, you can submit stuff to us on our website. You can also like us on Facebook if you haven't deleted your Facebook account yet. And we will post all of our events there and stuff, so you can keep in touch and stay associated with us. So without further ado, I think it's time to go ahead and get started. So, oh wait, my caveat. Forgot about my caveat. So there will be 2 opportunities in this show for you to yell out a suggestion of a fairy tale you want to see performed for you. So they're going to be fully improvised. It's all made up on the spot. And it's always a lot of fun, but the situation that has come up is apparently when you ask people, and I did this too, if you ask people to say their favorite fairy tale, most likely you will get Cinderella, Hansel and Gretel, or Snow White. And those are all great. I love them. They were a lot of fun to do, but by the 7th or 8th time we've done them, they've gotten a little old. So I would just ask that when those opportunities come up, try to avoid those 3. And since the Grimms wrote like 250 fairy tales, there should be plenty of other options to pick from. And apparently they get really annoyed if you yell out a nursery rhyme. That happened once, but I'm okay with it. It was still fun. Yeah, so that's fine. Anything's fine except for those 3. And even if, whatever. So here we go. We're going to start the show. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you all so much. And let's get started.
Hello, and welcome to Grown Up Fairy Tales Shaken Not Stirred, where we will be retelling some of your favorite fairy tales. Lila, get off your phone. You have to do the thing.
Oh, I'm just messing with you. This isn't even my phone, it's a calculator. Well, what does that say about you, that when you all saw a teenage girl on her phone and you just assumed that she would be distracted?
I don't think they really
Oh yeah, they did. Just look at them. A bunch of old set in their ways and stuck in their crusty worldview. So quick to make assumptions. Well, you know what happens when you make assumptions. You're really just making an ass out of you.
And some person named Umshins.
Yeah, something like that. Look out there, though. Those old fogies probably can't even handle the idea of 2 young women hosting their own show.
Lila, your mom's sitting right there.
Well, case in point, Miana, when we got this gig, she was all, You're hosting a show called Grown Up Fairy Tales? That sounds too subversive and incendiary.
My mom was just mad that she didn't get cast.
Well, guess what? Well, guess what, people? The future is now. It's called Shaken Not Stirred for a reason. Prepare to have your fragile worldviews shaken. Prepare to have your gray hair, gross
You
eyed.
really shouldn't make fun of old people.
Why? You're tired, wrinkled, ew.
Because the central premise of an insult is the propagation of a dissonance of being. You're enforcing an otherness, establishing that you are inherently different, in fact better than our audience. However, the fundamental fallacy in establishing that dissonance around something like age, that the only thing separating us is the passing of time, perhaps the only truly inescapable aspect of our reality, becomes inherently hypocritical. You can't insult old people, Lila, when we're guaranteed to become them someday.
Ouch, we're never getting old.
What?
Well, that's right. Look around you, Miana. We're hosting our own show. We're famous now. We are no longer held by the same rules as all these normals.
I don't think a handful of pink has...
No. This is just the first step. Face it, it's nothing but limos and free cosmetics from here on.
Well, I guess maybe now I'll get some respect from the people at school.
I don't know if it's enough to make up for using words like dissonance and fallacy.
Well, now we've created a dissonance in the narrative flow of this production by wasting a bunch of our paying audience's time debating whether or not we can insult them.
If that means what I think it means, then maybe we should just start over.
Right. Hi, welcome to Grown Up Fairy Tales, Shaken Not Stirred.
Where we're going to completely subvert your tired old brains and completely demolish your feeble status quo.
You're coming off really mean. I don't think we want to create a hostile environment right off the bat.
Well, that's exactly what we want to do. We're the young blood, sweeping in to show all these old people how much they've screwed up society. We're here to say, the future is now, olds. Down is up is left, and back is, subverted.
Well, we can mess around with everyone's sense of direction without being mean about it.
Fine, but you're on notice. You're in our world now. Just start over.
Right. Hi, welcome to Grown Up Fairy Tales, Shaken Not Stirred.
An original variety show retelling some of your favorite fairy tales.
We will be your narrators for this evening. This is Lila.
And I'm Lila.
No, I just introduced you. You're supposed to introduce me.
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the wonderful, the incredible, the majestical Miana!
Now you just made it weird. Just start over.
Okay, hi, welcome to Grown Up Fairy Tales, Shaken Not Stirred, blah blah blah, retelling whatever. We'll be your narrators for this evening. This beautiful young woman is Miana.
And I'm Miana.
You did that on purpose.
Yes,
Well, genius, why don't you introduce the first act?
I would love to. Because it's about goats. And goats just happen to be some of my favorite animals.
Would you say that they're the greatest of all time?
Well, if we had to pick the greatest animal of
Oh,
all
never
time-
mind.
Right. Our first story.
Actors! Some actors, you always have to tell them exactly what to do.
We open the scene for You Can Do It Technical Support. The place old people call when their kids are too busy to help them open their email for the 100th time.
Are you paying attention, Mom? You might want to take some notes here.
Behold, 3 gruff women.
Gruff?
Abrupt or taciturn in manner.
Well, now I'm even more confused.
Look, it's just the name of the story, okay? It's the 3 billy goats gruff. So these ladies are either gruff or billy goats. Take your pick. They are hardworking, dedicated professionals in a very difficult field.
And then they while away their remaining time getting dolled up and going out to their bar. What a bunch of grown-ups trying to ignore that their decrepit bodies are going to be decaying for the rest of their lives.
We are all decaying, Lila. That is the curse of living this corporeal existence.
I told you, Miana, we're famous now. We are and will always be at our current maximum level of beauty for the rest of time.
I'm not sure I'm okay with that.
Oh, quit being so gruff.
We now join the story already in progress.
Thank you for choosing You Can Do It Technical Support. How may I help you?
Did you all hear that there are new drink specials at the Glen this week?
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna be all over that. I think I skipped over the wine stage and the scotch stage like 15 minutes ago. Okay, ma'am, now you're gonna wanna hit the print button. It's on the right side of the screen. Ma'am, the right. I can see your cursor and it's on the left side of your screen. It's the other side. The other side. Okay, is it working now? Thank you so much for calling You Can Do It Technical Support. Okay, bye-bye. Oh my gosh, Esther, if you call here again, I will find a way to strangle you through your computer screen.
Thank you, sir. Yes, I'll transfer you to my manager now.
Good luck, Steve.
Okay, that's my cue sorted. I'm gonna go head over to the Glen and get us a table.
I don't know if I'm up to going out tonight.
Oh, don't even talk like that.
Yeah, this has been such a stressful week. You deserve this.
Yeah, you can stop all the guys from bugging Billy at the bar. Again.
Hey, it's not my fault.
Look, I've got a few more things to go through in my queue. We'll see how I feel after, all right?
You know what, Billy? I will make sure that Gwen joins us afterwards. Just go ahead and get going. I have 2 more calls. I'll be right behind you.
Ugh, someone snuck into my queue. Thank you for calling You Can Do It Technical Support. How can I help you?
I've got a problem.
Of course. How can I help you?
Can you turn on your webcam? I have trouble talking to people when I can't see them. I have Asperger's, you know.
Sure. Is that better?
Great, you're cute.
Thanks. Do you want to turn on your webcam?
No.
Okay. Well, how can I help you?
Show me your boobs.
What?
Okay, just one. It'll help you a lot.
You called technical support? I don't think I can help you like that.
This is You Can Do It. I want to do it with you. So help me out, will ya?
Billy, it's after 5. You're gonna have to go if you want to get a table at the Glen. We'll have to sit at the bar or stand. I am not standing, okay? Get over there and get us a table.
Come on, Billy.
Just
help me
tell
out.
him to turn his computer on and off or something.
I need help.
Alright, you know what? I just finished up with my queue. Why don't I take over for you?
Oh, great. Okay. I'm going to transfer you over to my coworker. She's really great with men like you.
Hey.
Hi, how can I help you?
Where'd that cute girl go?
Oh, her shift is over, but she said you had a very difficult problem, so I'm gonna help you now.
I wouldn't say my problem is difficult, but it is very hard.
What?
Let's see those boobs, baby!
No, you don't.
Come on, just one.
What?
I'll get off the phone.
You disgusting pig! You sad little man! You are just... Ugh!
Come on, what's the problem? I bet they're really nice. Come on, I need help.
I sit on your lap.
Come on.
You just... Oh my god, everything about you disgusts me!
Don't hang up. If you do, I'll report you to your manager. I know how it works there. Half my family works there.
Gwen, hey, are you almost finished with your call? This guy's giving me a little bit of trouble, and I think maybe you can shut it down.
What trouble? This isn't really rocket science.
Hey, you can't get off that easy.
You know what? He's coming on to me and Billy, and he was being really gross about it. I think he needs a mother figure to come in and show him the error of his ways.
Oh yeah, I need a mommy.
All right, fine. But I get to go home after this.
Sure, thanks. Okay, young man, I'm gonna have to transfer you to my supervisor, but I think you'll like her. She's worked here a very long time. She's kind of a cougar, so you'll love her, trust me.
Cougar, huh?
This is You Can Do It Technical Support. Now, I hear you've been giving my staff some trouble, so I'll thank you to watch your tone.
Mom!
Todd?
Mom, I didn't know you were today!
What are you doing calling technical support? You're supposed to be out looking for a job. I am not letting you live in my basement forever. You are 25 years old, for God's sake. I didn't raise you like this.
Mom, I did like 3 online applications already!
And you're giving my staff a hard time? You're making them uncomfortable and harassing them? What the heck? You know how hard it is for me to get good people in here. The last time I had to work overtime for like 6 months. These girls are really good, and if I have to lose them, oh my God, you know how hard it is for me to get good people.
Mom,
Do you even listen?
Please, I'm sorry!
No, of course you don't listen. You only care about whether or not you have your Wi-Fi.
Mom!
Look, we're gonna discuss this when we get home. Do you understand me?
Mom!
Do you understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Now, I want you to get off this line, but first you're gonna take the optional survey at the end of this, and you're gonna give my staff 5 stars for putting up with you.
Yes, ma'am.
Cougar, huh? Yeah. Girl still glad? Order me a dirty martini.
The end.
Excellent.
Look at them, Miana. The wide eyes, the open mouths, those are some shocked minds.
Either that or their brains are shutting down.
Oh, good point. Hello? Can you hear me? Do you know where you are?
You know, studies show that to prevent dementia as they grow older, you can challenge their imagination.
Oh, I'm afraid we might be too late for most of them.
You would know.
Hi, Mom.
Do you think that when we get older, we will still have some sovereignty over the ongoing trajectory of our lives? That increasing access and propagation won't inform our agency to make the choices that would really be best for us?
What in the world does that even mean?
You have to be more specific.
Maybe that's the problem. Everybody knew what I meant. You're just being, you know, pedantile.
Pedantic.
Exactly. You can't help but correct me even when it's at your expense.
Because the sanctity of language has to be given preference.
There, right there. Why do you have to use all those big words all the time?
Because I'm a real human person with a real mind and a real voice. I can say whatever I want to say, and if you don't like that, you can go.
Can't say that. This is a family show.
Fine. Whatever. Start over.
Hi, welcome to Grown Up Fairy
That's
Tales.
what
Chicken
I meant.
upstairs. Well, you have to be more specific. You're just acting too much like a grown-up. Grown-ups always talk too much. They always think that using big words makes them somehow better than everybody else.
Hey, I think I need to interject here for a moment.
Hey, you're supposed to just stand silently backstage until we call for you.
Uh-huh. So, as an old, I think maybe I need to, you know.
No. Well, you.
No,
This is our
this
show.
course
We'll
is
let you know.
crucial for the advancement of new ideas to flourish.
Hey, too, Miana.
Liberty, freedom, tyranny is dead.
What?
Ugh, read a book. Look, why don't we step aside and let the grown-ups show us why language is important?
All right, right, everyone. I think we can all agree that it's not always about being smarter. Sometimes it's about efficiency. But in order to be efficient, we need a few people out. Come on, guys. Hey, yeah. Okay. So, we're going to do a fairy tale for you. But first, we need one. So someone, anyone. Okay, Ricky Tikki Timbo. We'll go with it. Why not?
What did you say?
Ricky Tikki Timbo, who fell into the well.
No.
Alright, we're gonna do it anyway.
10 words.
10 words. You need to describe it for our actors who haven't heard it. 10 words.
Ricky Tikki Timbo, no song, no machine. No, okay, so.
No, okay, that's the name. Let's go with what actually happened.
Fell in a well, but his name was too long. Couldn't say it.
Okay, so he fell in a well, name was too long, died.
There you go.
Right? Alright. And let's do this in what? Like, what do you say, 4 minutes? 4 minutes. On the clock.
I'm walking in the farmyard with my friend. I call Ricky for short.
And him, I call Tim.
Yeah. Let's be careful as we're walking through this field because, there's a lot of things we might, trip over. Or...
Oh, there's nothing to trip over.
Hey, man.
Wow! Dang!
Did I hear a splash at the end? I did. Lassie, come here. Lassie, come here, girl.
Help!
Go get help, girl. Go get help.
I can smell her dog breath from down here.
Scene!
Next scene, yeah.
Hey, honey, have you seen our child anywhere?
I don't know what child you're talking about. All their names are so damn long.
Ricky, Tikki Timbo, Janet, Fred, Chris. That
Ricky Tikki Timbo, Janet, Fred, Chris, or
Yeah, that
Ricky
one.
Tikki Timbo, Janet, Fred, Arnold, Chris, Jr.
one. No, Janet, Fred, Chris. Arnold Jr.'s way in the back,
All right.
He's in the backyard playing, he's fine.
We're good. Well, I'll tell you, I'm gonna get to work filling in these wells because people are gonna fall down and bottom do something.
I'm knocking on the door.
Hey, hi, what's going on?
I just knocked on it. You didn't open it.
Sorry.
Thank you. Hello.
There's a doorbell.
You can use it if you want.
Maybe later.
This is a very high tech.
Hello. I am a news reporter. I heard there's a child in a well near here. I'm just trying to find people who might know some information because the news
Do
came.
you have a name for us? We are missing a child.
Ricky Tikki Timbo, no some rainbow cheer member, she can bring them and fell into the well. Whoa, and then talking dog. Way more important. How long must I stay down here?
Don't worry, Ricky Tikki. Ricky.
I'll just throw me some food. It'll take 3 days for it to get down this far, but just throw it, please.
Hey,
Mom,
who is that
Dad.
down there in the well?
Mom, it's me. It's Ricky Tikki Michael Tim Walker, but it's
Good girl.
What?
Mom, help! Give me your hand. Oh.
I'm not totally positive that's our kid. That was a super long name, but I'm
Did he
not.
say Ricky Tikki?
Throw your weed down or something.
Mom,
Louder.
Yeah.
I was here. I know it was
A
Ricky.
spider web.
I'm not gonna trust your judgment. You're a child.
All right, live at 5. This is Megan, normal name. I'm hanging out near a well where there's a talking dog trying to say a boy's name.
It's our job.
It's our
I'm
dog.
gonna die down here.
Yeah. The dog said there's a missing child in the well, but
I'm not missing. I'm here.
I don't know if it's ours. There's a kid down the street named Ricky Tikki Timbo.
Why don't you make a human ladder?
Yeah.
Make a human ladder and let me climb up you. I don't want to die.
Hey, quiet.
Hey,
Okay,
Come
let's
on,
be
bud.
careful, Ricky, because there's a lot of things we can trip
Oh
on.
no, there's nothing! Dang!
Did I hear a splash?
Splash, splash!
Go get help, girl. Go get
Hey!
help.
Help! 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 I can smell the dog breath! Help! Help!
See?
Help!
Hey, honey, have you seen our child anywhere?
Which one?
You know, Ricky, Chicky, Jumbo, Fred, Chris,
Too long.
Alexander.
Too long.
Ding dong! Ding dong! Ding dong!
Oh, he has the doorbell.
I'm a news reporter! This dog was talking already!
You said there was a kid down the well?
No? Help, please! I don't want to die!
I
Hey,
see.
who is that down there?
Mom,
Mom, it's
Dad.
me! It's Ricky Tinder! Super fragile catalyst against the evolution!
What?
Live at 5! There's a talking dog! He's talking about a child!
Hey,
It's not a dog! It's the night child!
It's our dog.
That's
It's
my
their dog! It's their dog! I
I
don't want to
saw
die
him
alone!
fall.
Oh!
Shut.
Hey, we on TV.
You guys are on TV!
Who does it? $50.
Aim the camera
I
down
saw the
here!
whole thing.
Wow, the child's really good!
Pull it off. All right, guys. I still think we can do a little bit better. How about 15 seconds?
What? How many?
15 seconds.
15?
15 seconds. Let's do it.
15 seconds.
15.
15.
I can do it!
Look out!
Hey, where's our child?
News! Dog! Dog! Dog!
Hey, who is that down there? Thank you. Thank
That was okay, I guess,
It was rather pacifistic, wasn't it?
if that means boring, then yes.
It does seem rather sanctimonious when the heroes make such a show of sparing the villain.
Oh, so like old people, isn't it? They don't want to seem too mean. Huh, we wouldn't want to permanently solve a problem or anything.
I'll be the first to admit that violence is seldom a valid solution to an ongoing societal problem. I personally would like to see a push for real political reforms instead of a show of force to handle the world's villains.
Let's not get started on how bad old people are at politics. We're here for entertainment.
Yeah, let's see some blood.
I'm sick of all these wimpy old people fairy tales.
I mean, the original fairy tales had quite real imagery and really dark themes.
Well, there we go. Let's get some brutal imagery up in here.
Take our next piece, for example, Bluebeard.
All right, that's... Wait, what even is that?
Oh, well, it's the story.
Never mind. Let's just look up a video of some dumb grown-up telling it.
Ooh, and we can have our actors make fun of him.
Oh, good idea. Play the video.
The original version that I know of, the first person to write it down, because I suspect this story has existed for millennia, was a guy called Perrault. So this is, I suppose, based on that version. Once there was a count who was ugly. He was not a pretty man, but he was wealthy, and he had a certain amount of charm and a certain amount of facility with people. He found a peasant girl once in his travels. She was quite disgusted by his personal vision. She didn't find him particularly pleasant, but he was a kind man, it seemed. He said to her, I don't know if you can find it within you to love a man who looks like me, but perhaps you can look past my outward appearance and see what is within. Well, she's a simple girl, like he was a simple man, and she thought, yes, I can look beyond this. I can see who this person is. I'm not conventional. I'm not ruined by these ideas of what we think people are. I'm not shallow. I can see who he is. Well, they started to see each other on a regular basis, and they had what we might call a whirlwind romance. She was very much charmed by him. People with beautiful dresses took her to see fantastic places, brought her to the best restaurants. Eventually, he brought her on a cruise, and on that cruise, to the Caribbean, we'll say, he produced a ring. Before he could say a word, she said yes, 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 this is what I wanted. This has been so wonderful. And he said, well, before I give you this, before I ask you anything, I need you to know I will only ask one thing of you. I will give you the freedom of whatever you like, but there will be one thing asked. Well, she said yes. Before even waiting for that one thing, she said, I don't need to know. The kindness, the charm you've shown me, I don't need to know. They got married on the boat. It was charming and fun, and when they got back, she was astounded by how immense the castle was. They had rooms all over, hundreds of rooms it must have seemed like. As they arrived, he lifted her up and carried her over the threshold, and while she was in his arms, and they were chuckling away to themselves, he said, I will ask only one thing of you. And she said, what thing? What thing do you need me to do? I will happily do it. And he said, I ask only that you don't go into the East Wing. This room has hundreds, this house has hundreds of rooms. I don't need to go into the West Wing. This is nothing. You have your man cave or whatever you want to call it, because it doesn't bother me. I can go anywhere. Yes, spend anything. Do whatever you wish. Just don't go into the East Wing. Well, he adjusted life pretty well as he lived in Castle. There were servants, because, it's those days. If we've got Caribbean cruises, we can have servants. She wandered around, and his business took him away. He'd be gone, sometimes for days at a time, sometimes just for the day, and she would explore the castle. She'd find whole rooms that were just devoted to sewing. And in another part of the castle, a whole room that was devoted to embroidery. In another part of the castle, a whole room that was just seemed to be stamp collecting. Another part was a room that seemed to be sort of designed for an ice skating person, somebody who loved figure skating. And she said to him one day, these are all wonderful rooms. And he said, yes, they are wonderful rooms. Would you like a room that was just yours? And she said, a room for me? But all these rooms are sort of for me. But yes, a room where the thing that you love most, where all that is situated. Yes, that would be lovely. Oh my God, you're the most wonderful man I can't believe that I met you. I can't believe. And he said, yes, just remember, I only ask one thing of you. Well, life went on. She figured out what her thing was. Let's say, I don't know, it's curling, because that's in the news lately. She had a room for curling. How decadent is that? How wonderful, how kind is that? And she'd go and explore the room. She had vast record collections devoted to prog rock. Well, one time he said, I'm going to be gone for a week. Enjoy yourself, enjoy the house. There are people who can help you. But remember that I ask only one thing of you. Don't go to the East Tower. She wander around, and every now and again she just finds herself unexpectedly by the East Tower. There's a door, and the door has nothing on it. It's just she knows that this is the door that leads to the East Tower. There's a key to the door. She knows where the key is, but why would she want to go into the one room she can't go into, the one part of the castle she can't go into? She would say to herself, I don't need to go in there. It doesn't interest me. I'm not curious. I'm not fascinated with what's in this one place. Well, at a certain point, she decides, I'm a little bit lonely. Yes, I've got the cook and the maid in waiting and all those people. I want some of my own people. She invites her sister around, and her sister comes and goes, oh, this is great. Oh, let's go around. And she goes around and she sees all this room. She sees that room. She sees the embroidery room. She sees the theatre lighting room. She sees the room with shoes. But the sister, for some reason I want to call her around. Let's call the sister out. She starts. I don't know, but I'm not interested, because he had said he asked only one thing of me, and that was not to go in there. Yeah. Are you curious? Yeah, I am curious. Well, he asked you not to go in there. He didn't ask me not to go in there. Well, that's true. I suppose it couldn't hurt. So, after bit of persuasion, she goes down. Her curiosity is killing her at this stage. She goes down, she finds the key, she goes back up to the room, she gives it to her sister. And the sister says, "Will I?" And she says, "Yeah." And she puts the key in the door and opens the lock and pushes open the door. And inside, she sees a room filled with dresses. And another room seems to be beyond that, and it also appears to be filled with dresses. These beautiful, amazing gowns of all colours and all designs. And the peasant girl says to herself, "Oh, he has a room of beautiful dresses. Oh, this is the most wonderful, kind man I've ever known." But the sister Anne says, "Wait, hang on. You're a size 9, yeah? Yeah, I'm a size 9. Well, you wouldn't fit into this thing, would you?" She held up a very small, very stout dress that a woman who was over the age of 14 ordinarily couldn't wear. No. But, I mean, he knows I'm not that small. Oh. Well, and the sister Anne walks a little bit further. "Oh, what about this one?" And she holds up a size 18. "You wouldn't fit this, would you?" Well, no, I wouldn't. And they go through the dresses, and they're searching, and eventually they stumble upon an old woman dozing in her chair. They tap her on the shoulder. "Who are you?" Tape measure out, and she's holding a pair of scissors. Not the right way. Remember, kids, scissors, hold them this way, upside down. But she's holding a pair of scissors. Who are you?" "Well, I'm the Count's wife." Oh, I'd better get to work then." "Sorry," says Anne. "Sorry, what's going on here? I'm not sure what's going on here." And she says, "Oh, well, I make the dresses for the Count's wives." The Count's wives? The Count's wives? Oh, yes. Well, every now and again, the Count goes out and he gets himself a new wife. What do you mean? I mean, are there like loads of wives? Oh, no, there's only ever one at a time. I mean, he's not a monster. So what happens to the other wives? Oh, his wives? Oh, no. They died. Did they? Oh. So they go further. They go through this room with all the dresses. And then they come to another door. It's locked. Anne looks to her sister and says, "Well, let's try the key again." Into the hole. This is a little bit stiffer. It's a smell. Then she gets the lock open, pushes open the door, steps in, and she sees bodies mutilated, flesh hanging on walls, blood dripping still, preserved in such a way, because the room is cold, that it's slowly dripping, but not very slowly dripping, but not, deteriorating. It's only a few steps into the room because she can see something like 15, 20 bodies. Some hanging by the legs, some hanging by the neck, some decapitated, some without hands. All these bodies. She realizes very quickly there was a reason why he asked only one thing of me. And she slips out. She takes off her shoes as she gets to the end of the door because she does not want to track the blood that is all over the floor. But in taking off her shoes, she drops the key. She hears a noise on the gravel. The noise of her husband coming.
Noise!
Her sister. The sister is gone. She disappears as fast as possible. She goes out the back. The wife runs down to where she found the key, puts the key back, holding her blood-soaked shoes, throws the shoes in the trash. I can't say rubbish here, can I? And races back and assumes a reclining position as innocent as she can. Looking at the blood out of her hands. He comes back. He said, "Delighted to see her. How have you been? It's been so long. I miss you." Yeah. You know the way I've asked only one thing of you? Did you do the thing? Did you go into the East Tower? He said, "No." "Why? Do you have something in the East Tower?" "Oh, nothing important." And she breathes quietly a sigh of relief as he goes off to go about his business. But that night, when his wife is asleep, Bluebeard goes down. And he goes to get his key. But it's sticky. He picks up the key and looks at it and sees blood. And he sighs. He says to himself, "I asked only one thing of her." And he realizes that the whole cycle is going to have to start again. The end.
Go home, Olds. You're drunk.
Are we allowed to say that?
I don't know, but who's going to stop us?
I guess we're good.
All right. So clearly it's past your bedtime, old folks.
Uh-oh. You know what that means.
That's right. It's time for us to subvert the ultimate old person cliche. Sit down, geezers.
We're going to tell you a bedtime story.
Can you handle it? Can you even stand the brutal irony?
They aren't standing, Lila. We just told them to sit down.
Actors, we are going to need your help. Actors!
Oh!
Oh, ladies and old gentlemen, we present to you.
Oh, we need to know what story you want to hear.
Shout 'em out.
I heard Peter Pan.
Shrek.
I heard Peter Pan.
Well, Peter Pan. There we go. Shrek. Peter Pan. It is.
Both.
So once upon a time, there's a family of 3 children.
And 2 old people. 1 woman, 1 man.
We don't know that. For sure, it could be 2 men.
Well, I'm a child.
I'm a father.
I'm just
So we have a family of 3 children and the 2 old people. And the old people always restricted their children to reality.
Now, be real, kids. None of this fantasy junk.
No imagination.
Yeah. But that's my favorite!
But behind their backs, the children, well, specifically the oldest daughter, Wendy, she made up stories and told them to her brothers.
Once upon a time, there was this ogre, and he had a swamp, and there was Big story ever! It gets really good. It gets really good. Like music.
Oh man,
Sounds awesome. Yeah.
So Wendy would tell stories to her brothers, and at night they would dream up these stories, and they would live through them, and they would play them behind their parents' back. So they would like act them out.
Who's in that swamp?
I like that boulder.
That is a nice boulder.
And I don't have a way because I'm a cookie!
And their favorite stories to act out was those of Peter Pan and Captain Hook.
I'm still missing a word.
But one night, their parents caught them playing.
Hey, don't hook those children. I'm here to protect them. That's right, Peter Pan in the flesh. You get your imagination together, and baby, I will come for you.
But as they were playing, their parents caught them.
What are you guys doing?
Nothing.
No imagination, we told you.
You don't see us at all, baby.
And so they grounded them.
They grounded them and sent them straight to bed without any dinner.
You're grounded until you're 50.
52 for you, young man.
That doesn't seem fair. I can't believe she would ground these wonderful children just for having fun with their
And so
imaginations.
Peter Pan, he wanted a mother like they had mothers. So he was like, hey Wendy, I'm gonna steal you from your parents and we're just gonna go to this magical place.
Wendy, I got a magical place for you. Take my hand, sweetheart. We got somewhere to go. I don't have a mother, always wanted one.
Yeah, my family is important to me.
It should be. Yes, it does.
Peter Pan
I couldn't bear to leave your brothers and sisters behind you. If you all think really, really hard, click your knees together and watch me nay-nay, you can fly. Ready? Click knees, wave a hand, and let's fly together.
So they tried to fly, but they couldn't.
Oh,
And Peter Pan just couldn't figure out why not.
oh, come on. You can do it with your back into it. Come on.
And then we remembered you have to use pixie dust.
Classic.
There are 3 things you need: faith, trust, and pixie dust. And he remembers that.
I got some pixie dust. It's called lint pixie dust.
And they began to fly
Fly
to
around,
a
you
magical
children.
place called Neverland.
Where
And
it
stop the
never
ride and
gets
straight on
dry.
until morning.
Oh, this way. Cool.
Come on.
This is really dangerous for
Clock
Peter Pan.
tower! stressful first time.
So Peter Pan flies ahead of them, and he tells them, just fly to the second star to the right, straight on to morning. But he flies on ahead of them so that he can tell the Wasp Boys to prepare for their arrival.
I must tell you to prepare for your arrival. Oh no, there's a big boat coming. It must be the evil Captain Hook.
That's right.
Oh no! That thing looks like it's been used already. Ah! Come on, Children, use your happiness to help me.
Captain Hook doesn't appear yet, and the Lost
It was just my imagination.
I got a part for you. And the Lost Boys see Peter Pan fly off and go help them, and then Tinkerbell tells them that there's a giant white thing coming, and it's
Tinkerbell, you never look better.
Whatever she said.
And
It's a wimpy bird, and you must shoot it down.
Shoot it down.
I'm a bird?
Yes.
not an actual bird.
Shoot it
She's
down,
not an actual
hummingbird.
bird.
Hummingbird. Yeah, right there. There she is.
Yeah. Mine's
The
here.
arrow flies straight through her heart.
Oh no!
Oh, I'm
She lands on the ground.
not great. So when Peter Pan comes back with the brothers, he sees Wendy on the ground with an
Oh
arrow in
no,
her
my
heart.
precious Wendy.
Terrified.
Don't die without me.
Oh no.
I loved you so much.
Just
And then they notice that
Gorgeous, darling.
Then they notice that the arrow missed her heart.
Ah, just rest your heart because it belongs to me.
Alright, I wanna go home. I wanna go home. It's really weird here.
Yeah, I really like this place.
I was like, we didn't have any reality, and now we got like a lot of
they
weird.
go home.
Let's go home.
So they go home.
Wait a
It was
minute.
nice to meet you. Bye.
I'll always love you.
On the way home, you're
It'll be
running
a
to Captain
memory.
Hook.
Children, get out here! You have disobeyed us for the last time.
Alright, Dad. I've been through a lot today.
Forever the end.
Okay, get off the stage.
Good. Bye.
They were great. It was great while it lasted.
Shot me.
Go on.
Love you, Darren, but not right now.
Go on.
Okay, all you old people, it's time to go to your rooms and think about what you've done.
By which we mean there will now be a 15-minute intermission.